What was the last one?
I was about to start and then just ask you that the first thing. So fuck it. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm John.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Steve.
I'll probably just leave it in, but you asked me what was the last one, because I was going to ask you the same thing. Mao Mao made the ice cream.
Right.
Got it. I don't think we didn't see the reaction. No.
It was just everybody else. So she'll probably get it, and then that's how her and Mao Mao will start their relationship.
I was just going to say that the ending of this season is going to be to do with her, because she's going to play a big part, I think.
Something's up with her.
And then we know Shisui
If not her, then her family, you know.
Oh, they've mentioned her father too many times, and how the Emperor, like, I forget how they worded it, but that he's got like he's cautious around him, I think is what something similar they said that like that. I think. But yeah, we haven't watched it in a week, so
we haven't watched anything.
I know. Mao Mao. By the way, when I was editing today, I heard her. We've been saying Li Hua, but I heard Mao Mao. I got to listen to it again and hear how she says it. But I don't think it's pronounced that way. I think it's like Li Hua or something.
Probably.
Mao Mao said it differently, so I got to remember to listen.
H probably isn't pronounced.
Right.
Li Hua.
It was something like that. She had to go find it. Oh, isn't that he said he would tell her when that? Yeah, right. Hey, Lil Mao. I totally forgot her dad there. Yeah, I'm excited to see this. Yeah.
What was that, an anchovy?
Oh, they're so gross.
Cho-chan, さっきから何を作ってるんだい?
Cho-chan. Mugwort?
マオマオ、ちゃんとグエンさんに断ってから使いなさい。
はい。
Now you know where she gets her politeness from.
親父が翡翠宮専属ではなく医局勤めになったのはおそらく神子様の計らいだ。
Of course.
今皇宮には少なくとももう一人帝の御子を宿している方がいる。リファ様だ。
She just said it there. I missed it.
こんなものかな。
親父、これは？
今の皇宮で気になるところをまとめてみたんだ。
どれどれ？ローメンさん綺麗な字を書くね。
そこかよ。
でもなんか子供っぽい文だね。威厳が足りないんじゃないかい？
いいんですよ。ここにはまだ簡単な文や文字しか読めないものもいますから。
なるほど。これは次女や下女に読ませたいのか。生徒の手を借りて張り紙を量産するってことか。今日あたりちょっと聞いてみる。
I want to know what it says.
They're all of his concerns.
も無駄にしない。商人のような頭の回りようだ。どうしてその才覚を自分の生活に活かせないんだか。
Because he likes the simple life, Mao Mao. Just like you.
もぐさもできたので戻ります。
Mugwort. Sounds like something from Harry
翡翠宮用
Potter.
に消毒用のアルコールもらっていきますね。
はいよ。
こら、破ける。
どうしたマオマオ、そんなに泣いて。
これかな。やらないから。さて、
I love how there's dual Mao Maos.
先に手習い所に行ってみるか。神子様に話を通すとなると時間がかかるだろうし。
Well, if you ask.
Put that hairpin in.
実は今、皇宮に戻ってきておりまして。
おお、それは初耳だ。
He's like, Loman? Bring him in here.
シャオランはいないのかね。
最近は年季明けの心配と若い宦官の話に夢中で、それどころじゃないようです。
若い宦官ね。
Those young eunuchs.
いや、南側に若い宦官を置いておくと女官たちの仕事がおろそかになるからって北側に数人送られてきたんだよ。診療所の女官は男手が増えて助かっているようだけど。
I don't remember. Isn't that where what's her name?
神竜様なら若い宦官をこき使いそうだ。
I know that's where she is, but isn't that where not Shisui, why can't I remember her name? It starts with an S.
Yeah. Surei?
Surei, yes, you're right. I think that's where she worked initially, but I could be wrong.
皇宮のあちこちに貼られていたよ。鉛入りのおしろいは使わない。 強い香料は
It's all stuff that like Mao Mao
高級な
tells everyone, you
植
know.
物を勝手に取らない。
Yeah.
内容は
This-
そこ
this
ま
was-
で変わらないな。
これと同じものが。なん
Oh, I
だ
thought that was like a flashback to his
後
old
ほど
letters.
紙を持ってきます。
I think it was.
He was just reading it right now to her.
But it's probably the exact same thing, you know?
高級の人員はほとんどが2年の年季で入れ替わる。妃もまた選定の崩御で入れ替わっている。あの当時の張り紙を知っている者、それは。失礼します。
あら、
Oh,
あなた翡翠宮の
神竜様。
体調でも悪いの？
あ、いえ。切り出すべきだろうか。でもどうやって。
she wouldn't, yeah, obviously remember.
ところで、ここの診療所にいる方は皆優秀なのですね。
どういう意味？
高級の女官はだいたい2年が年季ですが。
Because she said they were
皆
all
様
older
長くいらっしゃる
when
よ
she
うなの
first
で。
went there.
年間ばかりだもの。
10代
For a reason.
20代で入ったとして20年以上、何か高級を出られない理由があるとしたら。
私たちだって若かったわよ。私は10歳で高級に入った。
Dang. Whole life.
他の女官たちもそれくらいの年で入れられた人ばかり。
It's like
Leisha.
Leisha.
Yeah.
皇帝のお手つきとなれば、ただの女官でも高級を出ることはできない。
私たちは誰も迎えに来てくれないか
It's their
ら。
life here, you know? They have nowhere to go.
これから
It's
も
like you're in prison your whole life, you know? Institutionalized.
Just institutionalized.
水晶宮の次女頭である真に堕胎剤の作り方を教えたのは神竜ではないだろうか。
Ah,
直接で
she
はな
doesn't
く、
seem, but you
あ
never
の
know.
病に伏せていた下女を使ったとしたら。
リファ様に移したくないんです。もしかしたら誤解にされてるかもしれなくて。
Oh, she knew.
これを次女頭の神様に渡して。
何ですか？
妊婦に害があるものだ。合わせると堕胎剤の材料になるものもある。きっとリファ様のためになるよ。
Did that really happen? Or is this just
Yeah.
because Mama's just assuming this, though?
Well,
問い詰めるべきか。
どうしたんです？
何でもありま
I
せん。
was gonna say, probably not yet.
そう、ならいいですけど。
いや、やめよう。証拠も証言もないし、
you
曖
know
昧
what
な
Pop
ことは言い
says.
たくない。
Mm-hmm.
ここは病にかかった女官たちが頼れる唯一の場所だ。
その本棚、たまに本が増えてるのよね。返してくれるだけでいいのに。
ずいぶん立派な虫の図説です
Oh,
ね。
you know who's gonna love that?
それもいつの間にか置いてあったの
Or
よ
who did add
ね
it,。maybe.
一月前くらい
Yep.
かしら。
これは
Yeah.
一月というと特使を
That's probably
迎
when
え
she
ての
drew it.
宴があった後だ。そういえば。
ここほんとすごいよね。図鑑でしか見たことない虫がいっぱい。
この図説、止水が持ってきたのか。止水が虫の絵を描いていた時、紙の帳面を使っていた。それに字も読める。なんで下女をや
That's
って
what
る
you
ん
want to
だ。
know.
Yeah.
川柳、そいつには気をつけた方がいい。
男にしては高い声、女にしては低い声、
Surrey.
男にしては背が低く、女にしては背が高い。女官たちが黄色い声を上げるのにふさわしい美貌の持ち主。
Making her move?
水霊。
Gotcha, bitch. I knew this all
川柳
along.
そいつはお前が何をしたかさっきの会話で察してい
Oh,
る
how'd
ぞ
she know that?
ここで私を始末したところですぐ見つかりますよ。
できれば穏便に済ませたい。
蘇りの薬の後遺症ですか。中止で
Yeah,
暗
remember you
殺
asked
未遂の後、
what the
あ
scars
なた
came
は
from.
毒を煽って死んだように見せかけた。薬を使ってしばらく仮死状態になった影響が残ってしまったんですね。
それがどうした？こちらの目的を言おうか。
聞くと思いますか。
聞いてもらう。
Oh, god damn it.
止水。やっぱりさっきの図説の持ち主は止水。
この娘がどうなってもいいのか。
何をすれば。
高級を一緒に出てもらいたい。
高級を出る？そんなこと
できる。それにお前は絶対私についてくる。よみがえりの薬、作り方を知りたくないか？
Now she's definitely going.
なんてこと言いやがる。
How does she know
やは
that?
り水霊は侮れない。
She brought it up. That's right. Don't tell me that's the end.
宮中には東西に2匹の獣がいる。東に軍部があることから武官に1匹、西の代名詞である文官にもう1匹、つまり大尉。軍部の高官である羅漢が東の狐、先帝の代からの重鎮であり四北州を治める師匠が西の狸である。
That's Lulan's father.
すっかり秋めいてまいりましたな。
I'm just wondering if any of these guys are involved with what those women are doing, you know? I don't know how, though. How do they not know it's Jinchi?
I don't know.
Purple hair.
He doesn't talk?
No, I don't think so. He didn't at the other time we saw him with the mask.
何ですかなこれは。
犯人たちが所持していた凶器です。そうですよね。
失礼、続けてください。
これは解体して図に起こしたものですが、裁縫の最新式のようでしてね。ここ撃鉄の先に火縄ではなく火打ち石がついていまして、不発も少なく構造も案外簡単だ。より密集した陣形も取れるし移動もしやすい。それを王帝の命を狙うような不届き者が持つとは。あやつらはどうやってこれを手に入れたんですかね。
It almost feels like he's questioning Shisho. But you never know with Locke, he's like hard to read.
それで何かそれらしい話を聞いたことはありませんかな。
He definitely, yeah, he's fishing.
知っていることがあればトーンに報告しておるよ。
そうですか。残念だ。では本題に移りますか。これは昨日妻と打った碁の寄付で
Oh,
し
she's
た
still
な。
alive, huh?
妻ですか。
そういえばご結
Oh, no
婚
kidding.
されたのでしたな、ラカン殿。
ええ
Is she even aware that they got married? You know what I mean?
では後で寄付の写しと実況を書いた冊子を届けさせましょ
I wonder if there's more,
いや、そこまで
or
は。
if he's
う。
really just being
遠慮な
him.
さら
If
ず。
there's more
そ
to
う
it.
だ。ついでにブドウのジュースもいかがです？針の杯に注ぐと赤が映えますぞ。
確かに美しいですな。
でしょう。あなたとは話が合いそうだ。妻の話などぜひゆっくりしたい。
またいずれ。では。
このジュース、珍しい色をしてい
Yeah,
る
I was gonna say.
赤と言われたのに師匠殿はなぜ何も反応しなかったんだ。
おじきの言った通りだ。
What did he mean by that? Because I'm assuming he meant Lumen, right?
What?
When he said just exactly what my uncle meant or said.
ようやく覆面を外せる。
Oh. That's not?
Yeah.
No, that's Duo, I think.
上げ底の靴というのも疲れるものだ。
こたびは無理を申し上げて。
何、東宮の身代わりなどそうできることではない。楽しませてもらったよ。
こうして見ると美形の文官にしか見えない。これがまさか元上級妃のアードゥオ様とは。
狐が変人すぎて狸が普通に見えた。
軍師殿にか
I'm
なう
glad
方は
she's.
そうはいません。
I mean, obviously, she's Jinshi's mom, but.
Maybe, yeah.
甘いそうです。
No, it's. Look at her.
軍師殿の娘だなんて。
There is a resemblance, that's for sure.
A little bit.
宦官人士殿はまさか行方不明になるとはな。
They kidnapped her or what?
Was it me or did it sound like she was on a ship? Listen right here. You hear that noise? And there's like the wood behind her there.
Could be.
What the hell's going on? This is one I can't figure out.
No.
What are these women up to? So we know the old lady's behind it.
I'm curious what this test to check that they're a eunuch is.
What Locken was doing, you mean?
No, when they test you to see if you're actually a eunuch. Because how could a lady just sneak in? None of the other dudes would have like a slit there.
I mean, maybe they just didn't check. I don't know.
Well, they have to check. I forget what.
I think somebody told us. I don't remember though.
Well, somebody did too.
Somebody remind us if you'd be so kind.
It's not like a visual check or field check. You immediately know the difference.
I know. Maybe they got lax.
That's it. They just wanted some people, and they were just stunned by his beauty.
I know. Well, everyone was, because even all the servant girls were fawning over her.
Mm-hmm.
Two things. We know that Sue Ray and the old lady are involved, but those are the only two.
Seems like it.
I just don't. I wonder if whatever they're up to is connected to the assassination attempts.
I don't think
Jinshi.
so. How would they know who he is? Well, the assassination attempts were on the Emperor's brother.
Right. That's I know. That's what I mean. Because
So
then I was going to
they wouldn't be doing that.
Well, it might be involved because what I was just going to ask, what is Locken? What is he trying to figure out by because I think you're right. I think he was trying to test if he was colorblind.
I don't know what proves, but
I know that's where I get lost.
He definitely thinks he knows who.
I do too.
Got those guns.
I think he's definitely involved.
Or that he gave him those guns.
Which is also how I think Lulan's going to get involved with Mao Mao eventually, whenever she gets back now. You know what I mean? Because it's her dad.
Well, maybe not in a good way, though. He's obviously trying to. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. Take over?
Her dad?
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Yeah, I think so. But then why try and kill the brother? Well.
So that there is no heir?
And then because then they're trying to. And then the women are trying to make abortion drugs. So I think it is connected.
Well, he said.
If that's the case.
Well, it's connected where, meaning that.
So that there's no heir.
Didn't they say Lulan was pregnant?
Mm-mm. Just Li Hua and Yoko. That was the only two. Who did she say
give the abortion drug to?
They tried to. It was because it was tied through Shin, who was Li Hua's cousin. So it was Li Hua they were trying to give it to, because the old lady was found out at the clinic, found out through the servant girl that Shin had locked up in the shed that Li Hua was pregnant, which she told.
Right. That was Li Hua that was pregnant?
Mm-hmm.
It was just that there wasn't a third one?
Mm-mm.
I get confused with like all the L's, so I thought Lulan was pregnant.
But maybe that's what they're aiming for. Well, push my daughter in as the main concubine. She gets pregnant, has the kid, because then their family is now future imperial family, you know?
Yep.
So they're trying to push everybody else out of the way.
And then kill all the other babies?
It seems like that's what they're aiming for, because they already tried to both concubines that are pregnant.
What does that do for Sue Ray, though?
Well,
who did Sue Ray work for?
We don't know anything about her.
Lulan? No, when we first met her.
No one. She was a no, she supposedly she worked in the military part of the. I forget exactly what they said, but she worked because remember there was where Mao Mao was on that mound where she talked to her.
She was like, "Don't go."
There was that military building, and she was like, "Yeah, don't go there." And I'm pretty sure she worked there because I remember trying to think oh, did she work for Locken?
I thought she was like a court lady.
She might have been considered a court lady, but I think for some reason I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain she worked as a military or something in the military office.
Because what would she want?
That's right.
Why would she be doing all this?
Because we get why the old lady would do it, because Mao Mao was pretty much right with what she was thinking, like usual.
Well, the old lady is still, I'm sure, bitter from being fucking molested as a child.
Well, or just being in general, even if she wasn't, just being kept there.
Well, that's why she's kept there, because it's not really a prison, but they just can't leave because nobody ever wants them.
Well, they don't want to leave at this point.
Once the Emperor touches you.
Well, I think she meant that
you're unwanted or something like that.
No, I think she basically said once he touches you, you're you can't leave.
Right, but that was, and then she was talking about how nobody would want me, where would I even go anyway or whatever.
Well, that's why I said it's a prison thing, because it's if you spend your whole life in prison, when you get out, what are you going to if you don't have a family?
That's what I mean. I think you can't. No, guy's gonna take you because it's you were the Emperor's girl. Like, no fucking way. What if he wants you back?
Well, yeah. But even after he's dead, I don't. At this point, like, I get what she's saying. Though, like, where am I going to go? I might as well stay here where I have a roof over my head.
Plus, back then, you weren't like going after like women that were already somebody else's. You know.
Not if you're somebody that's
not like that.
More highly established. Yeah, no. A lot of things.
This is crazy. If Mao Mao's kidnapped, like the world's going to come to an end looking for her.
Was that 2 episodes in a row without Jinshi, or was he in the last one? No, he was in the last one. I'm thinking of a couple back.
He was definitely in the last one, but
because I remember we said in a couple episodes back, we're like, no, Jinshi.
His mom was in this one.
Yeah, if there's like, nobody could even like comment on any of our videos at this point and be like, it's not confirmed. It's freaking confirmed.
It's confirmed because of their faces,
because of their everything.
Yeah. If they're not related, then the drawer just got lazy and just drew Jinshi again and changed the voice.
My question is, whose idea was it? Jinshi's idea to have her?
It seemed like it was. Which one is that? Basen?
So maybe it was. Yeah. So it was probably Jinshi through Gaoshin to Basen. Which
because what did she say he had to do, or what did he say he had to do?
I forget.
I think it was looking for Mao Mao, right?
I thought she said something generic, like he was just busy.
No, with her.
Ah, you're right. Yep. And that daughter is why Master Jinshi the eunuch is busy, correct? All right, so my question is, who is Duo to Jinshi?
His mom.
He doesn't know that.
No, or sister. I don't know. It would be...
You know what I mean? Because if...
I don't know who it would be. It would be his brother's concubine.
Well, okay, here's a better question. So remember when he said that when he was growing up until he was like 10 or something like that, he thought that the current emperor was his father. So did he also think that Duo was his mom at the time? Maybe that's what it was. And then he was told that's actually not the case, but since he grew up thinking that was his mom, he still kind of looks at her that way.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I could think of. Also, how does he not himself not put it together? Like, oh, she looks exactly like me.
She's the only other person that looks exactly like me.
That was my original point. Like, why else would he ask her to do that? Because she looks just like him.
Right.
And it's funny that she said, oh, pretending to be the crown prince. She's the one of the few that, maybe one of the two, that knows the truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would assume.
Well, I think she just meant it as, like, you don't always get to...
I know what she meant, but I'm saying, like, the truth is she's almost saying it in jest. Like, she knows that's really her son.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, she would know. She birthed him.
Yeah, but you don't know with the whole swap. You know, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know anything. Lost in this show.
I know.
I think
really do love it, though.
I know. I think we got to figure it out pretty well. I think what we said before about the whole conspiracy is pretty much in line.
There's what, 25?
24.
9 more? 8 more?
Yeah, very close. I'm not sure where they're at right now. They got to be pretty close to wrapping up.
If it's not done already.
I know.
I don't remember how long ago that was.
Real quick, because I already have Crunchyroll open. I think I'm pretty sure they're up to
2 more.
Yeah, there is. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost confident. Yeah, it's good though, because by the time 2 weeks. By 2 weeks from now, we'll already be probably on episode 22, or if not close to finishing.
Hopefully.
All right, we're done.
Alrighty.
And you guys make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.
See you later.